Mentorship is critical to a feeling of early career belonging. I know that this isn't a controversial statement. Anyone who has ever been blessed with a great mentor knows how valuable that relationship is, especially in the formative time of transitioning to a new career. But unfortunately, it's something that we see quite often going a bit haywire. I have two excellent reflections here from associates who went through our Foundations course that speak specifically to a disappointing early experience for juniors. Welcome to the Insight Engine, powered by DueCourse. Every year, we are the trusted recipients of thousands of pieces of reflection writing from hundreds of lawyers who participate in our cohort coaching courses. Over time, this has given us a first-of-its-kind window into the real thoughts, experiences, and struggles of law firm associates. Now, we're the #1 company in the world at deriving insights and recommendations tailor-made to the associate concerns arising in any law firm environment. Each week on the Insight Engine, we'll share a peek behind the curtain at what our associates tell us and offer our response. Thanks for tuning in. The first reflection says, although it's helpful to review what makes a good associate and best practices, what I need most right now is mentorship from my firm. To be honest, I feel let down. It stinks to feel envious of the generations of associates before me and after me for having the necessary guidance to ensure a smoother integration into the firm than what I am currently experiencing. I wish that my firm would assign me a mentor. I hope one comes before I get too set in my ways. And secondly, one associate says, I have not been assigned any mentor and have not had anyone I trust to go to for guidance. So the past month has been stressful, wondering if I'm getting lost in the shuffle and generally feeling underutilized and like there is nothing I can do about it. But I'm now starting to get busy, so maybe this time of wondering if I'm getting lost in the shuffle and not being onboarded effectively to workflow is finally ending? Man, these are hard to read. I really feel for both of the associates who wrote these. They're each in the first couple months of practice and haven't been connected with a mentor, and it's really weighing on them. Of course, no one in the professional development circle wants to hear junior lawyers describing their onboarding experience as disappointing or not being onboarded effectively. When associates have an early disappointing experience like this, they're more likely to leave the firm at an earlier juncture than, of course, would be desired. And especially from the second reflection, we can see that this is also affecting productivity. As this person says, they feel lost in the shuffle and that they're being underutilized, and their belief is that mentorship would help to connect them with more work streams and knowledge of how to gain more work if they just had someone to talk it out with. So this can also lead to attrition over a long time horizon of an associate being underutilized. There are definitely serious consequences to a lack of mentorship, especially early in an associate's career. Consequences that fortunately can be avoided. So what are our recommendations here? First is to assign mentors as immediately as possible to junior associates as touch points for their early career. No associate should go weeks or months wondering who their person is, even if this is only a temporary mentor to get the associate through the first couple of weeks or a couple of months of practice before they're assigned someone more practice group specific or more fine-tuned to their interests and personality in whatever way. It's still helpful to navigate this transition period with a guide. I know it can be a tall order, but I genuinely believe that this is a day one priority for junior associates entering law firms. A second recommendation is to facilitate structured introductions. Sometimes the process of initially getting connected with a mentor can be a little disorganized. New associates have a lot on their plate. There's often many trainings that they need to attend. A lot of their time in those initial weeks is accounted for. So carving out time specifically to facilitate those introductions between associates and their mentors helps with that time strain and communicates that it is a priority. Internal stakeholders, such as PD professionals or new associate integration partners, can potentially help to own this process and make it go smoother. But even something as simple as an hour on the associate's calendar for a scheduled mentor lunch would be able to accomplish this. Thirdly, this is one of my favorite pieces of advice that I received as a junior lawyer, and it's to build your board of advisors. Many lawyers have one mentor, which is amazing, but multiple mentors across various roles means that there is no one single point of failure. With a single mentor, there can be availability issues with conflicting schedules, or even when a mentor leaves the firm and that associate is left temporarily floating until they're assigned a new mentor. So when associates are encouraged to gather, whether formally or informally, more mentors on their board of advisors, this helps to get out ahead of some of those potential problems and offers them more avenues for their questions, issues, challenges, as well as more of a failsafe that they will connect deeply with at least one person. I would encourage associates to not be afraid to use specific language. For example, they may say, "I've been coming across a lot of questions like this, and your answers have been really helpful. Do you mind if I continue to come to you for questions like this in the future?" Or, "I really respect the way that you run your practice. Would you mind if I send you a calendar invitation to have a mentorship discussion about how I can emulate this in my own practice?" Specifically naming when someone has been helpful to you and asking them to continue the trajectory of that relationship helps to give clarity on and permission to continue to approach that person for more mentorship in the future. Again, mentorship can truly be a make or break to junior associates' transition to the law firm. So let's make this as easy and painless as possible for them. Assign a mentor from day one, facilitate an early introduction, and encourage associates to build connections with more than one mentor so there isn't a single point of failure.